about do it. Changing the speedometer cable out. There we go. That should be safe for me to get underneath. Hello to the viewer out there. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day myself over here. Just working on a Mustang. Is everyone having a good day? Hopefully having some nice weather wherever you guys are. Over here, it's a pretty nice, cool day for where I am. It's only about 85 degrees, so it's not too bad. This is a speedometer cable for the Mustang. Oh, that's got to be fun. I've never driven one of those Polarises. Have fun and be safe out there. Yeet that thing around. Let's see here. I'll bring the camera under the car with me here. There's not going to be much light, but let's see here. We're going to the transmission. Yeah, you guys won't be able to see too much under here. Hey, you can't see much of anything, can you? Neither can I under here. I'm going to see if I can get a light set up. Oh, yeah. I wish I got the car a little higher up in the air. Yay, changing the speedometer cable. Yay. Oh, and someone actually already left the bolt loose for me down here. Okay, we got the main clamp bolt undone. Ugh. I'm going to break these zip ties that are holding it by just twisting them all willy-nilly like. And hopefully it doesn't spill fluid everywhere. We're going to find out.
Hi, son.
Hey, Ma, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Very good.
Awesome. I heard you talking.
Oh.
Talking to the car?
Oh, talking to the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what are you up to right now?
I'm just, we just got down. Oh my God, it went so much easier, with Annette, but her car is ergonomically so much better.
Oh,
the
yeah.
The door actually opens up wider for Dad.
And taller.
And it's taller, and her seat lowers. also.
Oh, okay.
So she got it to look. So he barely had to bend his neck to get in.
Oh, good.
So much better. And then with her help with the wheelchair and the walker, and oh my God. So yeah, it went just slick as snot.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So yeah, and he got up and down those stairs so much easier today.
Oh, fantastic.
Even than last Tuesday. So really good. In fact, I'm going to see some pictures of Dad's back.
Oh, yeah. Did you get some shots of it today?
I did. X-rays. My camera isn't as good as yours. There's 6 screws on each side.
Yep, 2 rods, and it looks like there's several cages. 2 cages. Yep, 2 cages, 6 screws, 2 rods.
That's Dad.
Oh, boy.
Isn't that wild? And that's what it looks like.
It's healing pretty good. The incision looks nice.
Yeah, he says, yeah, so they didn't even rebandage it. They said, oh, so I got to call Miriam, the nurse, tell her not to come because that's just supposed to air out now. Just let it be.
Okay.
And they said, you can run water on it, just don't soak it. You don't soak in a tub. I go, well, you won't be able to get to it.
Yeah. Not for some time, at least.
Yeah, not for a long time. But isn't that wild?
It sure is.
Crazy.
Ugh.
I know. Ugh. But anyway, so everything went well. I'm just running. Yeah, I thought Dad and I we'll finish the burnt ends tonight, and I want a baked potato and some canned beans with it. Like
there you
style
go.
beans. I think that would be really nice because Uncle Ricky won't be around. Anyway, the most unaware of his environment type of person. I bring out the pot of coffee for the boys to enjoy, and then he goes in the house. I go, what are you looking for? Coffee. I go, oh. Rick, it's not this big, okay? It's not like it's a teeny.
Yeah, not brain science.
Oh my God. So Dad and I look at each other, I'm rolling my eyes, and he's still babbling on about whatever he was talking about. Anyway, and then I'm going to run by the Blue Goose, see if they have any fresh peaches. I want to make a peach cobbler. I'm craving a peach cobbler. I know Alex would be right in it.
Oh, yeah, she'd be all over that.
With some vanilla ice cream. That just sounds good to me tonight. So, anyway, so he's not going to be with us tonight. We'll be back maybe Saturday, most likely Sunday.
Okay.
So.
That'll work.
But I wanted to stop by in case you wanted me. I know you were trying to keep your light lunch because you guys are going out for dinner, but did you want anything from Rayleigh's?
Nah, I'm all good.
Sure?
Yeah.
Buttermilk?
I had half my buttermilk. I'm going to have the other half in a short while.
All right. Okay, Sonny boy.
Yeah, we're going to Mongolian tonight. All-you-could-eat buffet.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Gorge myself on lamb.
That's right. The chipped lamb.
Yeah. Well, they claim it's lamb.
I know. All right, Sonny.
See you in a while, Ma. Well, Heater 317, you have a good rest of your day, man. Sorry I didn't see that. I was talking with my ma for a few minutes here. My uncle's in town and essentially driving my mother crazy. All right, we're putting that new cable in as soon as I get the light rearranged. Do. Wow, 32 people. Hope you guys are all having a great day. 32, by the way, is my race number. So that's fun. Oh, it just went down to 18. Well, that just means I have extra love to give to you 18 people. Almost twice the amount that I would if it was 32. So we'll just look at the bright. There's always a bright side, right? What you guys didn't see off camera is I put some grease on the actual speedometer cable itself and put some grease inside the housing. Yeah, people always take brand new speedometer cables and put them in, and they only last like 3 months. That's because they don't grease them. Sometimes they used to come pre-greased, but I just haven't seen that in a long time. And these bolts here, people always tighten stuff like crazy. This is a 1/4 20 bolt, 7/16 head. I'm only going to like maybe one more. Maybe 3 foot-pounds, 4 foot-pounds. That's all it needs. Well, that's about it from the underside. Now I just got to figure out how to get the cable. There we go. We'll come back under here and zip tie the cable in place wherever it needs to be. Let's see here. Now we get to do the fun part. Trying to find it in the firewall area and get it through the dash. Set up my little tripod-y goodie. I used to have a cat that was a tripod, broke his leg, and we had to amputate it. And the cat was fine for like another 15 years on 3 legs, or 10 years. He was a pretty old cat. But yeah, it was like $700 to cut it off, $300 to euthanize the cat, and like $1,400 to possibly fix the broken leg. So we just figured we'd chop it off. The cat was young enough, you know, and he'd recover good. Oh, we got to go through a tiny little hole in the floor. That is going to be less than fun. Okay, so I guess there's no mounts out here, so we're just going to go ahead and... Now, you guys have the pleasure of seeing me go into a stupid-ass position in this dumbass car, trying to get the speedometer cable out. And, of course, being that the car's jacked up, the door won't stay open, so it's going to be closing on me. So we're going to pull back the carpet. Looks like someone used a whole bunch of spray foam on the speedometer cable to keep it sealed from the elements. All right, the old cable is fed through the floor. All right. There's our old cable. Now it's the fun part, trying to feed the new one through there. There it is. There's the hole. All right. Okay, the new cable is under the dash. Now I just got to figure out how to get it hooked up to the speedometer here. Doo-doo. Okay, let me grab my handy dandy incandescent light bulb. Okay, so we got our new speedometer cable here. I have the dash loose. We're gonna push the cable back through the firewall so I don't bend it too sharp. right. Now I should be able to pull the gauge cluster forward or backward, however you want to look at it. Now, I know that speedometer cable's here somewhere. There it is. Hey, how you doing over there?
Good. Hey, that piece of corrugated, that's not something you need, is it? That's laying on the ground there?
Oh, that was, I tried tucking it under that Volvo.
Oh.
It's becoming small body panels for that car.
Oh, okay. I saw it laying there. I thought maybe it blew off from somewhere.
That's what Chris had thought. He walked by and I keep seeing him look at the roof. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, I think a piece fell. I said, oh, no. That was from the scraps next door.
All right. Never mind. I thought I'd throw it in the scrap bin if it was not something you wanted.
I appreciate it nonetheless.
Yeah, no problem.
It's always difficult getting these speedometer cables started. Come on now, bite a thread. Would it just bite a thread already, please? There we go. See if I can keep my fat head out of the way here. Yeah, I do have to kind of put my head somewhere in the way. Come on, you dingus. Yeah, the cable's all the way in its housing. There we go. I think we did it. We bit some threads. All right, speedometer cable is in. Now I just got to find a screwdriver. Let's see here. Oh, someone said hi. Well, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Domenico. I hope you are having a great day. I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize if I didn't. I always try to make sure I pronounce everyone's names as best as I can. And thank them for being here and joining me in the live. It definitely means a lot to me, as a small channel, for you guys to watch this kind of stuff. Now, typically, I don't know if you guys have seen my channel or how many of you have or have not. I build RC cars out of Connects, just trying to compete with Lego and trying to be faster and stronger and better. But this is what I do for a living. This is the family business I took over. And I tell you, being self-employed in California has a lot of pros and cons. So now that we got our gauge cluster back in here, with on my earlier live, I did a new oil pressure gauge inside here. The car's up on jack stands, so I can't do a drive and make sure the speedometer works. I'm sure it will. But at least for now, we could fire it up and see how our oil gauge works. We're really hoping that this gauge goes up. I put a new sending unit in there. Oh, helps if I plug in the battery. Then we'll fire this thing up. Give her some of the old juice from the black square box. All right. Let's see if I did the gauge correctly. Come on, oil gauge. Cool. The oil pressure gauge is working good. Looks like we're in pretty good shape here. Last few things for me to do on this car. Let's see here. It's nothing major. Oh, I got to find out where an oil leak's coming from. New belt for the air conditioning. What's inside this box? Legitimately don't remember. Does it? Oh, that's right. I got to do the turn signal switch. I really hate doing turn signal switches. They are not fun. Something kind of cool with these Mustangs, though. So the horn button, this big piece, that whole thing, push in, twist. And they pop right off. Look at that. Well, next I got to pull the steering wheel off. These turn signal switches are so not fun to do. I am really not looking forward to it, but that's the last big thing on this car. So I guess we're going to get ourselves a, what is that, a 15/16? And hopefully the steering wheel comes off and I don't have to put a big puller on it. For now, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the car on the ground. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what the hell all that over there? We're leaking coolant from this corner. Let's go ahead and get the jack stand out. There we go. Okay, putting her down. Grabbing a light. Light found. All right. So we're getting coolant leaking from the back corner. Maybe these heater hoses being that close to the exhaust. Do. Now there's no wetness on these radiator hoses. So it's got to be maybe the heater core, but I would think it's a little bit further back than where it's dripping right now. That's so strange. Yeah, it's like pouring out. Well, not pouring out anymore, but when the car was tilted, it was just dripping out of there. Weird. All right, first we're going to see what size socket we need. I'm thinking 15/16. It was 15/16. Grabbing one of these, one of those. A this and a that. Let's see here. Where's a good place for me to put you guys for your maximum viewing pleasure? Okay. That might work out okay, huh? I'm going to plug in my telephony. There. We're all good to go. We're all good to go. Of course, right when I sit down, the phone goes off. Always leave the nut on. That way when you're hitting the steering wheel, trying to get it off before you inevitably get your puller, it doesn't come off and whack you in the face. Because that hurts. Okay, now before I pull the steering wheel off, I'm going to get a little owl and scratch its position in there. Do-do-do. And if you can't find an owl to scratch it with, a drill bit would be just fine. We're always going to be fine with just drill bits. A buddy of mine, because being that my shop is so old school, we didn't even have internet until recently. He always said that we work with bear knives, bone knives, and bear skins. You know, like caveman. So we're going to go ahead and mark the orientation of this steering wheel. Okay, both marks are made. Steering wheel is off. I really do not want to do this. Do-do-do. Such a cluster. Ooh, the wires have been chopped into pretty good. Ooh. I'm going to take a look inside the box, see if I can kind of cheat this. Ah, lame. Yeah, look at this crap. Look at this. But, God, I hate doing this stuff. So, yeah, pretty much all of these wires, you have to run them through the column like one at a time. And they all have these little stupid ends on them. And they always get cluster jammed everywhere. Why does my life have to be like this? These Mustangs are really small, by the way. I'm not a big dude, and the seat's all the way back. And it's just so damn tight. It's so damn small in here. Right now I'm just counting the wires. Ow! One of the wires are stuck to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plugs won't even come off. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these wires. The plug feels really like it's going to break and cause me a whole bunch more problems. So I think I'm going to cut all the wires on the old switch, run the new one in, and just butt connect them in there. Not 100% the right way to do it, but customer wanted to save a few dollars. Well, that's how we're going to save a few dollars. Oh, I'm going going to unplug the battery too before I go snipping wires off. All right, now we're ready for some snippage. Hey, 17 of you guys watching. I appreciate you guys watching my feed. If you guys want to see a dude suffer a little bit, stay tuned because I'm going to be in that crappy ass position for quite some time, off and on, and up and down. I'm making sure I'm leaving enough wire to butt connect onto. All right. Now from there, I should be able to unscrew the turn signal goodie. Man, it's just not a fun reach. Hey, you stay open. Stay. Thank you. So we're going to take a little tiny wrench. Probably a 1/4 inch. All right, we got the right size we need. Well, kind of. The wrench fits a little bit loose, but it's unscrewing the turn signal switch stock. Look how bent this thing is, too. Wee, wee. All right, now we got 3 Phillips screws, kind of near the middle. 1. 2. 3. Spring and retainer plate. And there we go. Now we just got to figure out how to get the new one all the way through that hole. I got some masking tape here. I'm going to go ahead and tape the wires together and see how well that works. Probably not very well. Attempt number 1 of many. Yeah, this is not going to be fun. I can already tell you that switch is not going to go in very easily. Boy. I might keep trying to fiddle around with this a little bit and, if need be, tape up all these wires and maybe put a little bit of grease on it. I don't want to put grease on it just yet because then all the tape wouldn't stick tightly to the wires here. Oh, I can see all the wires are going like up and over. Let me get some tape and tape this thing up. Do. 21 people and no one's talking in the chats? Oh, I almost just destroyed my drop light. Guess I should pay attention to what I'm doing. All right, I gotta find some electrical tape. There we go. I'm gonna try to just tape up these wires and then grease it all. And hopefully that will make it go through the column a little easier. I'm trying not to overlap the tape too much either. That way it doesn't build up too much thickness, because that's the problem here, is that these wires are just a little bit bigger than the housing it needs to go through. So there, yeah, we're getting it all taped up. Kind of just pulling on the wires too, just trying to keep them taut. Keep the tape from wrinkling too much either. And hopefully we could tape this off to like a nice little point, and then we could jam this thing into the steering column. Sponge? I've never heard of that trick. Unfortunately, I don't have a vacuum here. I mean, I've got a little handheld vacuum pump, but that won't do any good. Need to have a big macho vacuum, I bet, for that. I recently just saved a car from the crusher. Well, it's full of mold, so I vacuumed it all out and scrubbed everything, and then realized that I was very, very sick for about 2 weeks after that. And I just had the vacuum cleaner in the back of my shop, still full of mold because I'm too afraid to move it. All right, we're going to spread some grease on this wire loom and try to get it all jammed up in there. Give it a little hot to it. All right, we got a good liberal amount of grease. So now we're just gonna see if I can get her in there. I do like that vacuum idea. I should have probably put a fish wire on it when I was pulling out the old one, but here we are. Come on, you damn dirty wires. Get in there. I swear, these turn signal switch jobs never pay enough. They're always annoying. Still can't feel the wires on the other side just yet. I think I'm going to try to get a fish wire inside there. Maybe the old speedometer cable. Yeah, let's do. I'm going to get my welder fired up and get some. Ooh, hang on a second. How about a bicycle brake cable? There we go. It's got a little end on it, little nubbin. I think we're going to try that. All right, so I got this little bicycle cable here. I'm going to go ahead and feed the line through, leave the nubbin end out so I can tape the nubbin to my new wires. let's try to feed it down. Boy, oh boy. Need more light. I hate these turn signal switches. I suffer. I'm suffering. It's not like these new cars where they're just Tupperware and they clip all back together. All right, we got our fish line. Now I'm going to clean all that grease off the end of the wires that I did. And by clean, I'm just going to wipe it with my shirt. There's not too much grease on it. Then it says here in the book, if I just tape these two together, we should be right in the rain. It says here in the book. Boy, we're still not fitting. I have everything taped up as small as it gets. These things suck. I really do not like them. In case you couldn't tell. And the fish line broke. Figure might as well just keep trying to push it while some of it was in there. And we're just kinking and making a huge mess. Well, we'll try again. Okay. I'm going to try to tape a lot more of the cable to all my wires here. Maybe one, it'll keep it from kinking as easy. And two, I'll get a better bite on it. Try to straighten out the wires as I go. Okay, let's see how I am there. Boy, it still just does not want to go in. It's testing my patience, that's for sure. It's unfortunately with these columns, all the wires used to kind of lay flat. You'd actually build the column with the turn signal switch. So that's the space. Let's see here. There's a space it's trying to go through. I have all my wires taped up as tight as I could, but they're not flat like this. I may have to untape them and flatten them out, but these things are just always a cluster. Unless you take the steering column out of the car. So it's just never a fun process. Sometimes it's easier just to cut all the wires and just solder them all to the new switch if you know all the wires are good. So I've got the cable going through, but just getting the rest of the wires is the hard part. Try to unkink it and smooth it down as much as possible. Those things you gotta keep fiddling with. They eventually just fall right through, but it's getting there. Maybe. Okay, we're getting some headway. Whew. Man, pulling on that steel cable with your hands kind of digs in good. Get some more tape on this goodie. I can feel the cable kind of pulling out. Pull the tape nice and tight. There we go. No, it's definitely not going in.
Skylar.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Got keys for the Pontiac for you.
Beautiful.
It's outside. This real shiny one seems to be the one that works.
Okay. Good.
I don't know why. This looks like it was the original, but for some reason it doesn't work.
I think we replaced the ignition switch, didn't we?
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what I
So that's probably why.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's right. I remember it was stuck in the collar.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So the shiny one, they're all there, and if it's easier, I can just give you the two shiny ones. But
Whichever you'd like.
why don't I just give them all to you, just in
Sure.
case? So that should do it. It's where we're at and everything.
I know how to get there. I don't know the address.
Okay.
But let me take down the address just to be on the safe side. My father's the one with the sense of direction. I couldn't find my way out of a wet paper bag.
That's my wife. The my wife is the one with the sense of direction. I'm okay if I drive there, but if I'm the passenger,
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Grand Billy, what's your address over there?
4465 Willow Glen.
Perfect. All right, yeah. What I'll probably do is wind up getting it either late tomorrow or maybe Monday morning and just start. I got your box right there.
All right.
So, yeah, I just got to figure out the time to get all this inside all your work.
Sounds good. But one other thing I noticed, I must have put the middle armrest down. So I don't know if there's anything, whether it may just need some WD-40 or something like that. But I just noticed that I took it out today. Way off. Yeah, it's 3/4 inch. Yes. Yeah.
That's about $80.
Something like that.
Don't even look.
I was gonna do less, and then that's about 12 to a gallon at best. So.
Which that ain't too bad for that car.
No.
I mean, it's my 78 Lincoln that I drove all through high school.
Yeah.
Best I ever got. Was coming down Little Perino. I got 6.7. It used to get 10 miles to the gallon, but then I had to keep detuning it to make it pass smog. Eventually, got four around town, 6.5, 7 on the freeway.
Oh my gosh.
But then it passed smog. They use up twice the fuel.
Yeah.
But
It's like, is this a good thing, really?
yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, it's out there. So,
Fantastic.
and
Oh
I'll be gone, and if you need to call or text me about anything.
Perfect.
It's 916-276-9943.
Perfect. All right, sir. I'll get her all taken care of. I should have some time, like I said, late tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. Get on her. We'll get her listed again.
Yeah,
See what we can
for
do.
better results this time around.
Yeah, I think last time we were biting right around 9 or 8 or something like
I
that.
think it was like 7 was the best we got. Which I
Yeah.
really surprised Bruce.
Yeah, it surprised both of us because they were all going, 10, 12, 14,
Yeah,
right around there.
yeah,
Mid-teens.
yeah. So, well,
But the economy does seem to be dropping like a rock right now.
Well, yeah, maybe just
So
less,
I'm not seeing anything move anymore.
less people with disposable income at the moment. So,
I think everyone's just getting ready for another 2008
yeah,
crash.
yeah,
We're supposed to be headed the other direction, but I don't see that happening.
yeah. Well, it just seems like with all the news about tariffs on, tariffs off,
Yeah,
everything seems volatile.
that's a perfect word for it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
nobody's
everyone's.
really quite sure what way anything's going.
Yeah, we don't know which way that pendulum's going to swing.
So that's usually when everybody just, I'm just gonna sort of sit tight on stuff.
That's exactly what I've been doing too.
Yeah,
My Mustang's tires are showing cord. I'm just going to leave it alone.
yeah,
Got a few things big things I want to do around the house. Well, we ain't going to do that.
yeah,
Going to keep our piggy banks full.
yeah, exactly. All right, sir. I'll let you get back to it.
Mighty fine. Well, have yourself a good holiday out of town.
Okay, thanks, Skylar.
I will. Thank you. What's going on, ICG car guy? Yep, a 68 yesterday and a 66 today. It's my personal hell for these turn signal switches. Hey, do you have any tips or tricks? Because I've been at this for like probably 20, 30 minutes now. I've got a bicycle brake cable. The other end has a little nub on it. I've got it all taped up to the turn signal switch. And very slowly am I getting a little bit of wire at a time. But not very well. Pulling on that steel cable just kind of sucks. If I was smart, I'd put on a glove or at least a rag. Boy, yeah, no, that thing ain't going nowhere. No tips, huh? No tricks? Maybe I'll just keep cursing at it. It'll work eventually. You know, or I thought about maybe trying to separate the wires into two individual looms and feeding them down one at a time. I just don't want to chafe these wires too bad, you know. I got electrical tape on it, but that only protects so much. I'm going to use my foot to push on the cable while I pull on the other side. Ow! Yeah, I'm afraid we're just going to hurt the wires. I'm kinking the crap out of it. So we're going to go ahead and untape this and tape up two small looms of wire and see what that does. Lots of cursing does help sometimes. At least it makes us feel a little bit better, right? But now I get the fun misfortune of pulling all the tape off. And I'm going to try to make two small looms and see how that goes and fish line them through one at a time. At least none of the wires look like they're getting cut. I did try some grease on it earlier. I think you're right though. I'm going to try that again once I have two individual like wire looms to feed through. I think we were having better luck earlier with the grease than I am with this cable. And of course, now that the electrical tape's been in that hole and back a couple times, it's a little bit torn up, so all my tape's coming off in not one piece, lots of small pieces. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and untape all of this. And yeah, try grease first on a small loom. Two small looms, so it's only 4 wires. All I gotta do is get 4 wires through the hole twice. Can't be that bad, right? Do. Dude, all my electrical tape's coming off and just little bits and shards. This sucks. I want to take a razor blade to it, but don't want to hurt the wires. Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I've got some PB Blaster. I think we're going to try that. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Every time I do a turn signal switch, I always tell myself I'm never going to do another one. And then guess who the idiot's doing another one is? That's me. All right, so we got our PB Blaster. We got some grease. As soon as I get this untaped, we'll make 2 small looms and see how that goes. Come on out now. Okay, we're almost getting back to the going forward part here. Luckily, it looks like with all my tugging and jamming, none of the wires got hurt. All right, so we're going to straighten out these wires. And, okay, now we're going to tape them up in 2 sets of 4. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it's... So you've noticed a decline in the 3M stuff too, huh? Yeah, I'm noticing like a lot of the adhesives are bad today. I was just kind of figuring it was because I was in California. And, we can't get the good stuff. Okay, there we go. 1 big wire, 3 small for each loom. Before I waste the tape on the other one, we're going to go ahead and try to feed this one through. We'll try it without that bicycle brake cable first, just some grease and some spray in the column. Just like you recommended, I think that might just work. trying not to overlap my tape too much either, just like I said earlier, just so it keeps the loom as small as possible. Old cars are great, a lot easier to work on, a lot more fun to work on. But certain things like this are just, God, they're awful. You know, turn signal switch on like a new car, like a 2003 Honda, man, they just bing a boom. Donezo. 20 minutes, 15 minutes. All right, little dab of grease. Get some spray in that column. Get some good greasage on her. I'll probably just grease it as I go in with it. That way the whole thing is not a big old slippery snake of wires. All right, let's see if we can feed it through the hole first. And unfortunately, the hole that it has to go through is perpendicular to the wire. The hole in the column is pointing this way. The wires are going in, so it has to kind of do some of that. So that's just awful. Went some of the way. Get a little dab more grease. Oh, I think it's close to the other end of the hole, but I don't think it'll turn that other 90 degree. Yeah, Chuck, I think you're right. I was hoping to kind of try to feed it through without the cable, but I think we're gonna have to use both methods. But this cable here seemed to go through a lot better than it did when it was all 8 wires. So we got our bicycle cable, and we got more electrical tape. I feed the cable through the goodie again. Right after I tape up, the steel cable starting to fray a little bit. No. tape it on good and tight. Make a nice little taper at the end so it's smooth. And some more grease. Come on, baby. Ha ha! Okay, that's half of it. Now I just got to figure out how to get a cable through there with all the wires in there. I probably should have just ran both cables or 2 cables through it. Well, shit. At least that went through good enough. So I know I can always, all right. Yeah, you know what? I hate to do it, but we're going to go ahead and back this out. I'm going to cut that cable in half so I can have 2 cables going through there. And then we'll pull on one, and then feed it through, and then we'll have the other cable already in there. So now we're going to tape up these 4. I just got to feed the other cable through now. Now we got 2 cables and 2 separate looms. Let's see here. All right, we now have 2 steel cables. Yeah, I think we're finally going to get it. Get the first one through. I know we can do real easy. The second one, not so much. But we'll see. I was just making sure both cables are still poking through. Yep. That's funny. You know, as a kid, I grew up watching trucks. You know, with like speed vision and stuff. You know, on cable. And those car shows in the morning, like on Sunday morning and stuff, they always made stuff look so easy. And then you do it for real life, and you're like, wow, this like hella sucks. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. Okay, so we're going to try to feed. Not that one. Try feed this one through. It's going through nicely. Okay, it's through the other end. Time to pull on the other cable. That's it, guys. That's the trick. Both cables are through. That took so much fucking longer than it should have. Pardon my language. There we are. Ta-da. Now we can put the sumbitch together. Oh, that'll be nice with an LS swap. Definitely. It's I like things when they stay Ford or stay Chevrolet, whatever it is, but you just can't beat the LS, man. So reliable, so cheap. And plus that motor's just a clean looking motor. All right, I think it's time for a cigarette and a water here. Let's see, there we go. See, it's like you're one of my clients. You're sitting here on the other end of my desk here, grabbing a water. Hang on one second. All right. I think we earned a cigarette. That took a lot longer. Chief is the ticket. If it wasn't a basic coupe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. If it was a sport roof or convertible, even a convertible though, it's like, especially if you're building it for yourself, there's so many purists out there, and like the shit that I drive is not pure by any means, and I have a lot more fun than most people do with their own cars. Build it however the hell you want. Which I always like that when people just go ham. It's like, I want this motor, I want this car. With a 3-speed on the column. It's like, why not? $25 years. Oh, no shit. Oh, that's cool. That's got to be one hell of a ride. And reliable. The 289 is a great motor, but you can't keep up with a Coyote. Dollar for dollar. I bet that's one sweet looking ride. If you're in California, we could race. I've got a little supercharged 4-cylinder. I'm assuming you'd have to move the shock towers. Yeah, I don't know. And hello, Alex. We were all just getting some turn signal wires through a column and having a whole bunch of fun with that. So we all earned a cigarette. We're all taking a break. I think I got to turn on my fan too. Oh, all QA1, huh? I always loved that. Love that brand. I've always had really good luck with them. Nice. What's everyone's first car? First thing that you ever legally could drive. You know, not the first thing you ever drove. But I'm just curious. You know, that'll be interesting to see what people's answers are on that. Chevelle, excellent, excellent. 70, 71. Jeep Liberty, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, especially if it's almost like that color, but a little darker. They always look pretty good. '71, excellent. Good year. And that 66 was the first car you ever legally drove, huh? That is cool. The truck I first legally, well, actually, that wasn't legally. I was 12 when I learned how to drive the truck, and it's right over here behind me. Here, let me show you guys. My father restored it before I took over the family business. We're storing it for my uncle right now. He's moving a whole bunch of stuff, doing a whole bunch of stuff. That's the first thing I ever drove, this exact truck. 6-cylinder, compound 4-gear. Just a good old classic truck and reliable as hell. But legally, the first thing I ever drove was a 72 Lincoln Continental. Bought it when I was 13, 14, saved it for a few years. And when I got my license, that's what I drove to high school. Was 19 feet of good old American iron. You guys ever get a case of the lazies about halfway through the day? And that Mustang over there is almost done. Once the turn signal switches back in it, change out the wiper blades, fix an oil leak, it's good to go home. 428 Pontiac. I've always adored the Pontiacs. Like here, got that 70 GTO on my lift. 242 car, real GTO. Yeah, the GP was always such a neat looking car, except for the 67. 67 GP had just what I thought was a really ugly grille. 8, 9, really pretty cars. But yeah, 67 was the oddball. That's probably a pretty rare car too, being a 4-gear. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a GP with a stick before in person. Yeah, let's see here. I got a picture. Well, a few pictures here because we're all into Pontiac. That's one of my dad's old drag cars. That up here, her name's Iris. And somewhere, I've got a picture. Oh, here we go. That's my Mercury pushing my dad's front engine dragster. The dragster is Pontiac powered. And then the coolest thing, this is my dad's 69 Judge towing his 41 Willys. The Willys was also painted the same color as the Judge. And it was also Pontiac powered with a de-stroked 455 down to about 440 inches. The truck wasn't lightning fast. It ran 1050s consistently. My dad did bracket racing. God, Butler. You got some high dollar rolling in that thing. That's too cool. Sounds like you've been in some nice rides and built some nice rides. $482, man, that's a lot of cubes. Hey, we all need little escapes from, this and that everywhere, don't we? Plus, it's just kind of fun, when you're hammering on the throttle. Everything else just kind of doesn't matter anymore. It's just you and your machine, and all the worries in life just kind of don't exist for just that short while. Someone turns off that static in your brain, so we all got to have our escapes. And, well, judging from the audience here, we all chose cars, which is good and bad. Okay. Do I really want to finish that car today? They're not even able to pick it up till Monday, so it's like, what's the big hurry? Yeah. Because up next, I got to get all those wires out and splice them all together under that dash, and I just hate that angle. Oh, cool. Super Duty. Not a lot of people are going to know what that is or what that means. That's just cool as hell. Yeah, I forget who the guy is or the manufacturer that makes all those high-performance Pontiac parts nowadays. Like Poncho Pete's or something like that, or something like that. I don't know. Supposedly some really nice parts out now. My dad's old dragster here. That's also a 455 de-stroked to 440 inches roughly, blown on alcohol. At that time, a lot of these performance parts didn't exist. He was able to get the blower manifold and the blower, but the connecting rods were 454 Chevrolet, milled to fit the Pontiac crank. And that was a stock crank in that damn car. It's a Super Duty crank. But that was a stock crankshaft, and we figured that dragster, it was running mid-8s, low-8s on the quarter with 10-inch wide slicks. We always figured it was around maybe 750 horse, 800 horse. So I asked my father one day, I was like, well, what kind of air-fuel ratio was it running on the alcohol? He goes, I don't know. What kind of boost were you running? Don't know. So that motor held together with God knows what, hopes and dreams. Man, so that Butler's got to be some pretty high dollar stuff, some good reliable stuff. I mean, for the motors that I've done for customer cars, I've always bought just from Blueprint for the most part. I've had really good luck with Blueprint motors. The few Pontiacs that we get in to build, my father will come in and build them because that's all he did for 30 years, 25 years, was straight up Pontiacs. So, but a 74 TA, what a good looking car. And they were always neat as hell. Man, this thing's been live for an hour and a half already. Jeez. Best in the business. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Definitely, because, in my little closed-off world, in my little town, I don't get out much. I don't hear about much. Several goats. Cool. Well, did he ever mention the name Bethel's Goat Farm by any chance? That was my father's business down in San Jose from like 79 to about 88. And we had a couple thousand Pontiacs. When we moved up here, we had 16 of them. But just got rid of them, as the years go on. Got no place to put them. We only have a 2-car garage and another garage outside of that. So the goats were just, they're supposed to be retirement, but he wound up working a lot longer, running this business. So he just sold them off over the years. Oh, you're out there in Florida? Okay. Yeah, so that's got to be, well, what time is it right now here? I got a 2:26. What, it's 4:26 over there? Hopefully not too humid or hot. I don't know how you guys do that weather from what I've heard. I've never been there. So you guys are just tough as nails, man. I mean, over here we get 110, 105 degree days. That's not a problem. But we don't get any humidity. That's got to be just awful. But I mean, you can tell me better than I can tell you. I don't know anything about it. $102. Ugh. What's your typical like humidity like during the summer? You know, my ma, she's flown over there a few times and said that it's just like feels like you just got out of a hot shower. You know, same with a lot of parts of Texas. Apparently, I've been to Texas, but I didn't experience any humidity. Well, guess I should at least change the wiper blades on this Mustang, huh? And the arms. I don't know why he's wanting to change all that, or I don't even know if it has wipers on it. 75. Damn. Oof. Well, kudos to you for being a lot tougher than I could be. Exactly. Yeah, to me, it's not too late here. I might be open for another hour or so. I might start working on my own car here pretty soon. I'm working on just a stupid ass project. Oh man. Yeah, it's gotta be tough. You know, I agree. I think I might stretch out my shoulder a little bit, then we'll take care of the underdash stuff. I'm kind of tired of playing with wires right now. Well, let's go see how these wiper blades go. Oh, the car doesn't even have them. Let's see here. First, I'm going to turn on and off the wipers, make sure they're parked where they need to be. A little risky having the battery on with the all the wires chopped up under here, but it'll be fine. Okay, the wipers work and they are parked. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the battery. I don't think I've ever seen one of those creepers before. What is it, like a bench kind of thing that you like lay on and it adjusts to the height of the floor or something? Oh, and Chuck, that's got to be nice, man, having a pool like that on a day like this. A pool in Florida, man, sounds like you're living the dream, man. All right, both wiper arms look the same. Both wipers are the same length. That all looks good. That'll just have to do. I would like it to sit more level on the stainless, but then the wiper overlaps the chrome trim, or the stainless. Oh, I bet, Chuck. That's definitely. Does everyone, I mean, is it like really common for people to have pools out there? Over here, it's kind of rare. Only because the town that I live in, we didn't get city water until about 5 or 7 years ago, so everyone was on a well. So pretty much no one around here has pools. I'd say maybe like one house out of every 30. Yeah, one house out of every 30, maybe 40 have a pool here. All right. God damn it. Where's the hood goodie? I know I just had it. There we go. Okay, do they work? The wiper switch feels a little crappy, so that might have to be tended to as well. That'll just have to do. Yeah, that wiper's sitting right on the edge of the rubber. That one's sitting. Just wish they tilted down a little bit sharper, but. Oh, so you must have a pretty good well to be able to, I mean, I don't know anything about pools, but I'm assuming they take, at least a few dozen gallons a day, right? So you got to have a pretty darn good well. Ours, we're in a whole bunch of DG, so it's it's risky business for us to pump the well a whole bunch. Pardon the mess here. I was doing a shop clean out the other day and had a whole bunch of shit to throw out here in my behind office area. You got cool stuff everywhere. 8-track players. This is a radio I just recently installed in my 91 Subaru. It was brand new in the box. Oh shit, groundwater at 5 feet? That is insane. Oh yeah, you could probably pump that well like crazy and never run dry. God, our well's a pretty shallow one for the area, and I think we're at 286 feet. Did I turn my gas off earlier? I did. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of water over there, it seems like. 55 feet in total. Jeez. Oh, that's got to be nice for the servicing of the well. With ours, we got 300 feet of black pipe to take apart. So this is the thing I'm hobble-cobbling together right now. Did the body work all up here to hide the opening of the fender. The rocker is going to be exposed. And I'm just starting on the body work here. And then I used the trunk and moved it forward about 2 feet. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll look pretty cool. It's going to be all that aqua with some white and pink. I'm going to try to make like a little removable snap vinyl top for it. Good old Toyota. Oh, that was the that was the last time the horn could honk. That was it. It just died. Fucking car. And nice. 15 years, huh? Worry-free. That's awesome. Whoa. Okay, that's about the deepest I've ever heard. So you guys have a lot of limestone over there? Is that pretty common for generically where you are? Bum, bum, bum. All right, well, now that my hands are kind of clean, I think I'm going to finish off the day with doing a little bit of sanding and some body work on my piece of shit Toyota over there. And in case I haven't told you guys, I really hate doing body work. I'm not terrible at it. This fender had a few little wrinkles, and that all looked pretty good. Now the whoop-de-doos that you see, that's just like where the door hinges were and the wiring came out, but that looks good enough. Do-do-do. And honestly, with the body work, I'm not even like using a block or anything. At least for a lot of it. Like I'm using corrugated roofing down here. So I want beatnik to be written in here and have all the letters look wavy. But I'm just trying to get that nice little slight slope. Got most of the body work up here done. Everything around there is done. Front's all done. But yeah, once I get this side done and the other side, then I can spray paint the rest of the damn thing. I think I need to get some more sandpaper. I don't think I have any more 80 grit. You know what? I got a different method. All right, we're gonna knock down some of this Bondo a little quicker. I don't have very much 80 grit or 100 grit, so with a steady hand. There we go. That knocked it down kind of quick. Definitely not the right way to do body work. That's kind of, it's probably where the car is going to wind up going. It's going to look halfway decent that with that aqua paint. I haven't polished the aqua paint, so that's just right out of the can. But I'm trying to make like something that would have looked like a prototype, you know, when everyone was having a lot of fun in the 90s. So I'm trying to make it look at least halfway decent. The upholstery ain't going to be perfect. But if it looks good from 10 feet away, that's fine with me. I think we're going to take it down just a little bit further. There we go. Hell, that ain't bad if you ask me. It ain't good, but it ain't bad. She's getting there. You mean to tell me this ain't the right thing to do body work with? And no black? I mean, I used to have a lot of body working tools. I still have all my hammers, my dollies, my chunks of lead, my rosebud for the oxyacetylene. And I just did it for so long on so many projects. I just hate body work. So if I can make this thing look good from 10 feet away, the car's getting spray painted anyways. It's just going to be like a beach buggy, kind of fun little summer car. The car was T-boned really hard, so I just cut off everything that was bad, which kind of left me with just the front. Oh, it's I'm using, I don't even know what kind of phone I'm using. I think it's a Google. Is that a thing? Do I have a Google phone? It says Nokia, but no, the car's a normal side drive. It's not right-hand drive, unfortunately. It's a 97 Toyota Tercel. Got it for $200. It's got 172,000 miles on it. Yeah, so I left a note on this car years ago before it got wrecked because it would just sit there, right, in a local neighborhood. So I drive by one day and the car is just like smashed in his driveway, and the guy's getting out of it. And I'm like, sir, what happened to the car? And he speaks to me in a pretty heavy accent. I don't know where the accent comes from. But he looks at me clear clear as hell. He goes, I just got T-boned. I was trying to have breakfast. I drive it to breakfast with flat tire. I drive it home. You want car, you come get car. So I bought the car from him with the fucking back wheel was like wank, wank, wank. The door was about here. I don't know how. Yeah, the old man still went out to breakfast in this car after getting T-boned. Yeah, that's what I was seeing earlier. I was kind of just like reviewing my live from yesterday, and I'm like, so that's what a right-hand drive Mustang would look like. All right, we're gonna zippity zlop it again. Just ever so gently. Oh, I missed a spot. Ow. You animal. that cracks me up, man. Oh, to a Pinto? Those cars are sick as hell. I love them. I had a 74 for a few years. That's what, you guys like cut the roof off or just made like a total toy car out of it? Oh, it reverses the image that way. Okay. I was curious about that. Like, I didn't know if I had to like change my camera settings or something. You know, this is probably better body work than most Makos do. I got a few low spots here I got to fill in. Oh, it is in camera settings. I'm definitely not tech savvy, but I know how to work Google, so I'll have to Google that tonight because it'd be nice for things to like look right, you know, like. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So to you guys, it looks like I'm raising my right hand, right? Because this is my left. So okay, I see what I have to do. So, what, mirror the image or something? I probably sound like a total moron trying to talk about tech stuff. There we go. That's almost one whole quarter panel. Let me turn this thing around. No, the lines are actually looking pretty good down the whole thing. I still got to do all this area. That's all fiberglass underneath, and then Bondo, of course. Still have to do this whole big seam. But the transition from the trunk, I did spend a little bit of time on this one. As you can see, my proper cross hatches. The rest of it, I don't really care all that much. I mean, if the bodywork turns out that fine, fender looks pretty good now, I would say that's good enough for me. Well, good enough for the poor soul that's going to inevitably buy this thing. So we still have our plate back there. I moved the fuel filler neck to here. I still have to put that hose on. But down there you can see that pipe coming up. That feeds my fuel tank. So I just got to run a little Z-shaped hose to get to there. Oh, and you guys even put a turbo on the four-banger? You had the 2.3 in that thing, didn't you, Chuck? Yeah, 2.3 Lima? Is that what they called them? Do. Meow. Not very hot here today, but I just sweat like a pig, man. And it's not good. I mean, I don't care about the car that much, but you don't want to be sweating all over your Bondo. Otherwise, you get those little bubbles or something that come back up. Joy. Bum, bum. Hey, battery's doing pretty good. Better than I thought it was going to do. I have my charger here. I just haven't plugged it in a while. It's almost the end of the day. What's one more cigarette? Just to fit in the mill. So, that Toyota I'm working on, I really hate Toyotas. Always have. My ashtray is from a Toyota Tercel that I had, and I figured it would live out the rest of its life serving at least one purpose. Yeah, I'm not sure what other, I don't know if they had like a 2 liter and then the 2.3, the single overhead cam. They all had pretty good motors, you know. It's even the little car, the Chevette, that had a good little motor. I don't even know what the motor is, but if I remember right, it looked just like a 230 Chevrolet, just 2 less cylinders. Has anyone ever driven a Yugo? Nice. Motor didn't last long, huh? That must have been fun, though, while it lasted. Ripping that thing. Oh, that reminds me too. I got to order a part for a customer car, so I'm trying to figure out. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how to use my phone while it's on live. Got to open up my text messages. There we go. I see the text message I need. All right. Look at me. I learned how to open a text message while on my phone. Oh, got it running not too long ago, huh? That is too cool. That's neat to still have that, you know, still have it around. That is cool. Time to order some parts. Hey, Skylar here. Hey, I'm looking for a little slew of parts for tomorrow. I've got a license plate number here when you're ready. 6, Jerry, David, Victor, 846. That is the vehicle. What I'm looking for are your most economically priced front and rear brake pads. Last and final would be a pair of front axles for the darn thing. Ooh. Oh, you know what? It's an all-wheel drive. That's right. Yep. Yeah, if you could just get them there, my customer won't be here tomorrow until about 10 o'clock or so. Yeah. Yeah. What's the cost and availability on those axles? Okay. Perfect. Okay, beautiful. And all that stuff should be available by tomorrow morning. Beautiful. And that'll, I think that'll do it. Perfect. Awesome. All right, I'll call you guys in the morning for all that goodies. Cool, man. Thank you very much. Okay, we got the parts we needed. Got an 09 Acura MDX coming in tomorrow. Good customer of ours. He was actually a teacher for my sister when she was a little girl. She's 6 years my senior. And this poor guy, he always tries to be really nice and because he knows I'm busier than hell. Usually at my shop. The past few days have been a little bit slow. But he took his 09 Acura to a more local mechanic to him. He lives about 30 minutes from here. They quoted him $500 a corner to replace the pads and turn the rotors, which is insane. The local machine shop here turns rotors for like $25. I charge the customer $35. And he was quoted $146 for each set of brake pads, which my price on them is $26 and $32. I'll sell each pair for $50, $55. But he was just getting the rip around, so he called me and asked if that was a decent price or not. I says, no, I'll do it a lot cheaper. So on this Acura, he was quoted $2,557 to replace both front axles and go through all four brakes, which is insane. I mean, that's after tax and everything, but still, that's $2,500 for a brake job and some axles. I mean, come on, and I thought I was high priced. Yeah, I came in at just a little over $1,000, so half the cost for everything. It's crazy. All right, guys. Well, I guess it's time for me to get washed up, blow all this Bondo dust off, and I got a dinner date tonight. We don't go out very often only because we have so much stuff to take care of every day. But the girlfriend and I, we're going to Mongolian all-you-can-eat buffet. Hell yeah. She gets all the noodles and the vegetables. I don't eat any vegetables, so I just get a bowl of meat like 4 times, and I just chow down on that stuff. Like the lamb, the turkey, the chicken, the beef, all together, whole bunch of garlic, whole bunch of teriyaki, and I just chow down on a meatball. Well, guys, as always, thank you for watching and thank you for joining me. It helps out a ton on my channel for the interaction on the live streams. It's fun to hear your guys' stories and to talk cars. So I'll probably go live again tomorrow, same time, same place. And if you guys like RC cars, check out my channel. I build RC cars with a defunct kids toy, Connects. I mean, it's almost defunct. But I've gotten them to fly, made an airplane, made a self-balancing motorcycle, and I even hold the speed record right now. The fastest Lego car on Earth was 55.2. I just hit 55.9 miles an hour with a totally junk, like Streamliner kind of car. So it was a lot of fun. So if you guys like that kind of content, feel free to subscribe. And if you guys want to see me build something, you know, I'm always happy for any input. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next live. Oh, and to ICT Car Guy and Chuck, thank you guys so much for being with me on this long of a live stream. I know it wasn't anything too elaborate. You know, on a future day, hopefully I'll be pulling an engine out and having a good one. You know, maybe even have some beers. Because, of course, you know, if you're pulling a motor, you got to have beer. So, to all of you, I bid you all a good day, a good evening, and a good night.